Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We just completed our first temple, the Fire Temple, because I like to do things out of order. And we're going to be doing it proper now by going to the Forest Temple now. But first, busy work. Uh, since we got the Megaton Hammer, we can destroy red rocks. So that's should be fun. And we're going to get the nice magic up right now, as well as make a little shortcut for us. So, how are you, Gok?
I'm back to sniffing alcohol.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, like, when you sniff it, do you just take a nice sort of waft of it, or do you, like, snort it up in there like cocaine?
No, how can I snort a liquid like cocaine?
Well, I mean, you do it because the way the cocaine works is that it gets into the blood pore openings in your nose, so it gets into your bloodstream. So it'd be done the same way.
Ah, I'm seeing you're familiar with dealing with cocaine then.
Oh, I'm familiar with all the drugs, mostly because I was bored one day and decided, you know what, I'd look up this information. Why not?
I might as well see who is selling it in the area.
God, I wish.
Let me see. Who around my area has a French accent? Because if it's gonna be someone, it's gotta be those French Canadians, right? They're the kind of people who can be trusted for untrustworthy affairs.
I don't know. Like, truth be told, like, if you ask me a good place to get drugs, I honestly could not tell you. I am not that street savvy, unfortunately.
Where's the nearest government facility?
Yeah, basically that's the only thing I can think of would be if you are doing one. If you're already addicted and you go to like one of those quote addiction rehab sort of centers, or if you're looking for pot, and that's about it.
You go to a rehab center, you get the junkiest looking fella, and you say, "Hey, where's the good stuff?"
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I kind of get it, because if someone is so addicted to the point that they go cold turkey, then yeah, you risk them dying, but at the same time, it's sort of like, from what I've heard and been told, there's no real checks and balances to try and make sure that these people are, like, you know,
Sorry, I just took a very good whiff. That's not joking. I'm not joking. I'm really for anyone watching. I'm not joking. Like, I'm literally sniffing alcohol right now. It's the only thing I have to alleviate my nose from the dust. Because I was sneezing like mad earlier, and I took to sniffing ethanol to alleviate the state of my nose.
I didn't know that it actually worked, or that was a thing. I just kind of, usually when it comes to clearing my nose, I just blow really, really hard.
Well, it's working for me so far, so I don't know. I don't know. So, but don't trust me on that. I haven't consulted the science on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it has an effect similar to Big Vaporub. You have that on Canada, right?
We have Vapor Rub, if that's the same thing.
I assume so.
Yeah, you, like, rub it on your chest and it helps open up your pores. I never understood why it's always on the chest. You'd think it would be under the nose or something, but whatever.
I actually rub under my nose when I'm sneezing real bad. Oh, I never knew you could use an Megaton Hammer there.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot easier and faster to do it with the Megaton than with the bombs. That's for sure.
Yeah, I usually just use the bombs.
Oh man, a knife for 200 rupees? Fuck yeah, let's do it, baby!
Oh my god, it's gonna be so useful.
Yeah, so useful. You after like 10 hits, it fucking breaks.
10?
It's like really fucking small. Like how many times you can use it.
It's 3.
Really?
Like to me it broke. Yeah, to me it broke after 3.
Oh wow. I guess it's randomized as to how shitty the thing is.
Maybe it's 3 against enemies. Who knows?
Well,
Yeah,
no, because if
it.
you use it against the wall, that also breaks it.
Because maybe it's easy. Maybe it takes more damage against enemies. What are you?
Though you're wearing Kokirish clothing that looks a little bit too tight for your body, you can't fool me.
I just built different, you little twit.
She only taught it to her friends, and she never taught it to me.
Yeah, suck it, dickhead. Man, this ethanol smells good.
Yep, there we go. It broke.
Fine craftsmanship.
Yep, indeedly so.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't blow a bomb on the Goron's face.
Oh, but he's able to give me a brand new one for only 200 more rupees.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna buy 10 of them in a row.
No, I won't be that stupid with my money.
Seriously, you don't get the Goron's. Just leave the Goron sword for like really late. Because I think I really like using that against like the regular most of the bosses and that kind of thing.
Oh, I heard your kitty.
Yeah, Susie was prancing around the desk.
Alright, and this is the reason why I like to do this second, is because I have childhood traumas of this area.
Susie is one of Daisy's kittens, and I have already given her a name because I'm predicting that she's not going to be adopted.
Like, does she have like an injury or something?
No, she has that one of the color pattern that people don't usually want in their kitties. So I'm already predicting she's going to stay with me, which is not a problem because she's adorable.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why
you don't need to worry.
Yeah, this is why I hate this fucking area. The moment they see you, they just fucking ram that spear up your dick.
Yeah.
So, because we got the Scarecrow song, however, we can shortcut this bullshit.
Where's the behind the face?
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Stair? Where's the stairs? The stairs are at the end, right?
Yeah.
I do like to just go around killing those guys, though.
Yeah, like I said, these things scared the shit out of me as a kid. I hated them so fucking much.
Yeah.
I don't know why that missed. That was a good headshot.
Yeah, and you missed twice, so...
Well, the second one, that made sense because he walked a step forward.
That N64 controller, man.
Yeah, it's great. Now this guy didn't scare me as a kid. He's just annoying. Because if he hits you, he just sends you all the way back, which is stupid.
This guy was the one was the enemy I decided to try the Goron's knife with.
Oh yeah.
And it broke in 3 hits. I'm like, what the hell?
Now this is something weird. I don't know why it got super saturated here. My only guess is that it has something to do with the fact that you're supposed to be here during the day, I guess? I don't know.
Super saturated? Don't you mean desaturated?
Well, it got super bright.
Wow. So I guess so then it would be desaturated.
Desaturated is the term? I don't know.
Because saturated is when you increase the color contrast, right?
Oh, is
I don't
that
know.
what that
Don't quote
means?
me on that. Don't quote me on that. Technical jargon about graphics is not my area of expertise.
I thought saturated meant making things super bright, and desaturated means making things super dark. Anyway,
No,
long story short,
desaturated is when
it's got super white. I don't know why.
no, desaturated when you decrease the intensity of colors.
Okay.
It's like what they do with every historical movie today.
Oh no, well, desaturated is definitely not what they did here.
Yeah, if you look like pictures of like saw some comparisons with, like from the Napoleon movie, like the same scene. In one, it was like the original footage,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one was the footage that was shown in theaters with a horrendous desaturated filter. Oh my god, you fell hard. What the?
Yeah, it was great. Oh man, 2 wolves. How am I gonna deal with this shit? The Napoleon movie was the one with Joaquin Phoenix that was absolute shit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where Joaquin Phoenix, who's almost 50,
Was playing a 20-year-old, yeah.
Yeah. That was pushing like 90s teenage sitcoms, where they always got like a 30-year-old guy to play some dude who was
Yeah,
a teenager.
Yeah, they would get oh fuck, what's his name? The really ugly actor that is friends with Adam Sandler, with the bug eyes, Steve Buscemi. They get Steve Buscemi to play a teenager.
Yeah, but that one's a joke.
Yeah,
like,
I
that
know.
One's a joke. Like there were literal there were some.
Yeah, I know it's a fucking joke. I was just adding on to it.
There were some sitcoms in the 80s and 90s where they got some guys who were in their 30s to play teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah, these little fucking shitheads stealing all the fire, so now I can't activate the elevator to go to the boss. That I can't open the door because it's fucking locked with a big key. So I have to go through the dungeon anyway.
Thanks for explaining to the audience.
Yeah, you never know. There could be that one person who's never played Ocarina of Time randomly comes across my video.
No, you just reminded like all those characters who like, you know when you see like in a movie or series like a character who starts spouting a bunch of exposition that obviously obviously both like they know in universe, but he's just doing it for the audience.
Yeah. Like how every meeting always for like big tactic employments are always like, as you're all aware, and it's like, okay, if we're all aware, then why the fuck are you reiterating?
Yeah, like it's so dumb because they don't even need to write it like that. They just need to say, well, I see some of you were not here when this was explained, so that this and this and that. So you just need to change one line of dialogue and to make it more like diegetic.
No, we gotta make it as awkward and stupid as sounding as possible, and then we gotta add in a few Wilhelm screams, and then gotta do all the Hollywood tropes.
Is not even a bad. Wilhelm is not even a bad scream. It's just like a joke they made.
It's
just something that they made for people because it's funny when people notice.
It's an inside joke between audio editors, but the problem is that everyone knows about it, so when you hear it, it's just sort of like, ugh.
I don't know. I find it amusing when I hear it.
I mean, I like the Wilhelm scream, it's just that, again, it's just gone to a point where it's like, less is more, you know?
Susie is biting some of the spirals in some of my notebooks. Oh, you're so adorable.
Well, the problem is that this paper should be all over the floor, and the spirals are getting in the way, so...
Oh, she's so cute. My goodness.
And of course, I can't kill that last one, so you gotta sneak by him. It sucks.
Yeah. I've done this. This dungeon when I had the long shot at some point.
Oh
It's
yeah.
annoying because you have to stop doing the water temple halfway through because you don't have the arrows.
Yeah, that's why I was just sort of wondering, like, why would you do the water temple over the forest temple? You'd have to go back. It's a waste of time.
I can see you've been using the Deku nuts. I thought they were useless.
Did I use them? I can't remember.
Yeah, I've seen like in this video you used the Deku nuts a few times. I'm just joking because I remember. References to previous episodes, right?
Yeah. I think the audience well knows your dislike for Ego Raptor.
Yeah. There's an episode like where it says like, "Yeah, Deku nuts are useless," and it just like one of the this is how you don't play.
Yeah.
He says like Deku nuts are useless, and he cuts to a video of a guy using Deku nuts just one-shot enemies.
You know, admittedly, as a kid, I was that type of person to think Deku Nuts were useless, so I never used them, and you can play this game just fine without Deku Nuts. So, for a little bit of credit, Eagle Raptor's not 100% wrong, but yeah, they're a lot more useful than you'd think. Yep. Yeah, for this stupid chest, you have to just be in that right angle. It's silly. And all for a fucking heart.
Having flashbacks to the... having flashbacks to the rooftop in Kakariko Village.
Yeah, you gotta be over 2 inches.
Yeah. I was very amused, just like, when is he gonna just move?
Look.
And all that for a heart.
Yeah, all that for a heart. Well, more specifically for the gold skull that was there, but, you know, details.
Yeah. This is my favorite dungeon in the game, by the way.
I do like it. It's very weird in that there's, like, a mansion in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
I
really like the design, though. Just... I really enjoy the design of this dungeon.
My personal favorite one is Shadow Temple, just because I like the boss that much.
I think in speedruns of source required speedruns, they.
Oh, I never realized that it's actually open concept. Okay.
Yeah. I think open concept.
Okay, I used the wrong term. Like open roof. Sorry. Open concept means it's like your kitchen doesn't have like a wall between like your other rooms, kind of thing.
Yeah. I think, but I was saying, I think in speedruns of source required speedruns of this game, they kill Bongo Bongo without using the Lens of Truth.
Makes sense because you don't actually need it because his hands are still visible. It's just his whole body is invisible, which.
No, but the whole thing is that they instead of like using the because when he charges at you, they just time it with the movement to hit him right as he gets close to you.
Yeah.
So they don't have to spend time equipping or the Lens of Truth and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see doing that making sense for speedrun purposes, anyway. But even then, you could also time it by his hands because his hands are always visible.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure that's how they do it.
Yeah.
What other signal is there?
Sound.
Does his body has a shadow?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but definitely you can do it from the sound because it does that whooshing noise. So if you know the timing of like when he does the when it starts up versus, like, where you are. You could time it that way, I would imagine. And of course, this block puzzle is a bit trickier because you have to start it from behind.
Welcome, Moon and Star. I was actually watching the last episode we recorded today.
Yeah, and it was the worst thing you've ever seen, right?
Are you saying my voice is that bad?
Yes, because you see with your ears.
I see with my ears.
Yeah, because I said it was the worst thing you've ever seen, and you said that your voice was that bad.
Yeah, speak louder, I'm blind.
At least it's nowhere near as bad of a joke as the fucking Ghostbusters feminist one. You know the joke that they did that made no fucking sense?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Okay, so Chris... was it Chris Pratt who played Thor?
No, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, that's it. Anyway, so anyway, Chris Hemsworth comes in, he's playing like the stupid guy, and he bangs a gong and he says, "Oh wow, that's loud," and he rubs his eyes. That's the joke. And this is why Faro's Wind is useful, is basically just for this. Thanks, Navi. It's not like I stared at it for like a solid minute.
I'm gonna pluck your wings off. How about that?
Okay, here's a question. Do you find Navi to be as annoying as people on the internet say she is? Because I personally do not.
In the beginning of the game, she is, but it gets much better at the end. Like as the game progresses, she gets much less intrusive. So it's actually a surprise when it happens.
Okay.
But
like at the beginning,
Fee from Skyward Sword is significantly worse because she's relentless. Like she never stops cutting you to explain the obvious. So.
I don't know. I never found her to be that annoying, even with the whole "hey, listen" shit. But and that's a nice thing you can get with the Stelphos is that if you get them in that jump swing pattern, you can just constantly forward stab them. It's great.
I do like using the big orange sword in this fight.
Yeah, but we can't because it's the butter knife now.
Well, that is the knife. That's the Goron's knife, not the big orange sword.
Yay, we got the ferry bow, finally!
You found the ferry boat! You freaking fruit. Look at you, with your skirt.
Hey, it's a kilt, and it's very manly.
It's actually a tunic.
Shut up.
And yes, Link is a very manly guy.
Yeah, especially when he had to go to Gerudo village and fucking Breath of the Wild.
Hey man, sacrifices must be made, and a man must be stoic. And besides, he was gonna infiltrate a land of all women, so...
A land of all women, but the moment he gets with one, the jig is up.
Hey, you're packing us something more than the other girls. You can use Deku Nuts against these guys, by the way.
Yeah, I was just about to say you can, but like I said, I usually don't because... Well, like I said, I just go through these games without using Deku Nuts, because I just do.
Because you're a dum-dum.
Yep. I can't remember if I eventually give up and just use Deku Nuts, or if I did it for the Majora's Mask playthrough I did. Either way, whatever.
I think I'm gonna use my next vacation to get done with Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah,
Because I had to finish that game.
okay, that's I think you might have mentioned that, but where did you end up stopping?
I think you stopped right before the meeting the spirit of the Goron.
Oh, so yeah, that's unfortunate because the Goron mask is my favorite. I love that mask. I just love how fast you go with it. It's great. Oh, and for those wondering why I don't Z-target these things, it's because they go invisible when you do. That's their gimmick.
It's timing.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I usually don't use the Deku Nuts, is because I can get that timing down pretty well, so sometimes.
Not this time. What is this one?
This is the compass, so it makes navigating at least this section of the temple easier because it's very easy to get turned around. Since a lot of it is kind of mirrored with each other. But, excuse me. Sorry, I've had a bit of a tiring week and day, so...
Again? Come on, Navi.
To be fair, when she does mention that, that's actually a fairly useful tip to watch out for the ceiling masters. So.
But didn't she alert you of that already?
Yeah, in the previous hallway room sort of area.
Guess hers. I do love when you like when you open a chest and you use Ferror's Wing right after you get a rupee, so you get the rupee stuck like in the animation.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is why the Ferror's Wind is useful. You gotta swap around these hallways quite frequently.
I usually use it to the beginning of the dungeon, or like when I get to a specific point of the dungeon that I know. Like halfway through, like when you're
Oh god, I'm a fucking idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, well, like when you're doing Shadow Temple, for example, and I forgot something.
Yeah, I forgot the big boss key that I was fucking right there. Oh well, whoopsies.
Ferror's Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Ferror's Wind is really useful.
Oh well. So I used up some magic. Shit happens. And I also didn't realize that it resets the fucking hallway when you use Ferror's Wind.
I like stuff blendful in the game, really. Like money in Twilight Princess, you're never short of it. You're never short on it.
On rupees or magic?
Yeah, and like in Twilight Princess, well, unfortunately, there's no magic in that game. Well, no, Link doesn't have magic, but. Yeah, and magic in this game is like it was really hard to run out.
Huh. You know, I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I guess that is true. There is no magic. Interesting.
Yeah, I do recall like one of the early screenshots that released of the game. There was a magic bar, but I think there was deleted later in development, which is a shame because I do miss magic in the later Zelda games.
Yeah. I guess the closest thing that they have to a magic bar is the fucking oil lamp.
They traded the green bar for the stamina bar in later games, like in Skyward Sword. You have the stamina bar.
Yeah, which
I mean,
I'm not
it's
sure if
nice
it makes too much sense in Skyward Sword, but it does make a little bit of sense in Breath of the Wild and the more open 3D ones. So
Yeah. I thought it was a nice mechanic. I just miss magic
yeah.
in general.
Also, that
Well,
little alcove. I don't know why it's there. It's weird.
I like when Link is a magic boy. So
Here we are. We got the Floor Master, and I fucking hate these things because they always transform into fucking 3 little guys, and if one of them chokes you, then it grows back into a big one again.
yeah.
And what's really annoying is when they introduce invisible ones, where you need the Lens of Truth to see them, but you can't do your super swing if you have the Lens of Truth activated. So it's really, really fucking annoying. So we did all that for a key, and then we have to go all the way back again.
You got. I actually never thought about that. Like you can do the super swing with the Lens of Truth on.
Yeah, I suspect the reason for it is because of a memory overload issue where it can't use multiple forms of magic at the same time. So that's my only guess as to why that is. It's very annoying, though. I guess it could also be the case where if you were using the Lens of Truth, that constantly drains magic, and then if you charge up your sword, you use a little bit of magic, so it could create a
issue with memory.
Yeah, where you then hit 0, and then you're still charging, and then it's like, then what?
Makes sense in a way. Yeah, like it is really fascinating when you're taking programming over these games. It is kind of fascinating, for example, how broken of a Ocarina of Time can be at some points. Because like the stuff they do for to stuff like wrong warping, that you can do to that like you see that if you see that on speed runs, like stuff like wrong warping. Usually I just do the arrow there.
Yeah, you could do the arrow, or you could do it the really easy way and just use Din's Fire.
Oh, I never knew it just trigger. It just did it automatically. Yeah. I don't know. I like doing the arrow. But yeah. When you see stuff like how like you ever heard of, like how wrong warping works?
No. Is that what the first speedrunner who beat the game in 5 minutes does?
No, that is something related to memory. It's all to do with memory.
Okay.
Basically, the thing about wrong warping is that they make a series of inputs that manipulates the memory of the game, so that when you warp in the outside of the boss room, it instead the game loads instead of loading the cutscene, the game loads a different memory, which for example in 80% speedruns of Ocarina of Time is the memory for Ganon's tower when it's falling. So you get teleported as a kid to Ganon's tower. It is really fascinating, like when you get into the to see an explanation about the design of the design quirks of the game.
Yeah. Also, because the blocks are up in the air, if you stand underneath them while you activate this puzzle, you can kill yourself that way. So, fun little fact. But also, it's really annoying when you don't get the timer get it done in time because it flips the thing, and you're so close to it being done anyway. And but then it's like, oh god damn it! Now you have to like rearrange it, so now it's like really confusing. There we go.
It's actually quite quite amusing how easy Ocarina of Time is combat-wise when you get familiar with the quirks of the enemies.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, most Legend of Zelda games are fairly easy when it comes to the combat. It's just which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just it is what it is kind of thing, right? It's like, it's more about the dungeon delving and the clearing out the temples and shit like that. Or at least that's what I find.
I mean, I was never too quick, I was never too quick to just die as a game just for being easy.
Yeah.
Like some, Beyond Oasis, excellent game. Incredibly easy. Like when I beat that game, I did it with 2 deaths, and that's because I'm really bad.
Okay.
That's because like I'm very poor, and so my skill is as a gamer is very poor. So the game itself very easy. So a person with more skill, more attuned to the game's commands, could possibly do a first playthrough with no deaths, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, and the cue for finding out which one's the real one is the real one spins.
Yeah. Do you know Beyond Oasis, by the way?
No.
You should. It's a Sega. It's a Genesis game.
That's why I'm not too big on Sega. I was always a Nintendo fanboy.
I had a cousin who had a cousin who shifted consoles like throughout the years. So one year he had a Master System, the other year he got a Genesis, and we watched him play Sonic a lot. Then we got a Super Nintendo, and that time we played a lot. Like I think the first game I beat was Final Fight 3, and we played together.
Oh wow, that's actually impressive. Just because a lot of the old school beat 'em ups, they'd only give you limited continues, so you'd really have to like grind and know what you're doing to beat them.
And 2 people is easier. So.
Well, that.
And Final Fight 3 was a very fun game.
Unless you're playing Battletoads, in which case, if you play 2 players, you're an idiot because you just made the game twice as hard.
Yeah, but Battletoads was made by evil people.
No, it was made by incredibly based people. No, but I actually really like Battletoads. I've never beaten it. I've gotten close, though. I've gotten to level 10, which is the elevator stage.
Yeah, oh yeah, Mega Drive. Yeah. This cousin of mine, I don't know, every 1 or 2 years he would exchange the consoles, and
Oh, he never kept them? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he would never keep a console. He would always just exchange for another one. So it was always like this progression, like Master System, Mega Genesis, also known as Mega Drive, in places that don't use your stupid Imperial system.
It's known as the Genesis up here.
Yeah,
it's
like
just
I said. But yeah,
yeah, it's the difference between North America and like North America, it was called Genesis, and then everywhere else it was just called Mega Drive. For I don't know why. For like North America, they decided to name all the consoles after planets, but there you go.
When we were Genesis is a planet. the name of the planet?
It wouldn't surprise me if there is a planet somewhere named Genesis or a galaxy, but yeah, afterwards, at least after Genesis, they started naming them after planets, like the Saturn, Neptune, and all that.
I mean, after the Saturn, there was the Dreamcast. So.
Okay, so they did it for 2 of them. My bad.
Yeah, I think you're just smoking something fierce. But yeah, I did spend like a vacation at his home one time. Well, actually twice. Well, here's the thing: my parents were on vacation and they decided to travel. So they left me with my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And in those vacations, I spent at his. So yeah. So in those vacations, we. What do we say? We just played a lot. Like one of them, we had a. When it was when he had the Super Nintendo, and he stuck with the Super Nintendo for a while, and I played a lot of Mega Man X there. I also played other games like have you ever heard of Marvel War of the Gems? It was like a platformer beat 'em up.
There was a few Marvel beat 'em ups at the time, so I might have heard of it. But anyway, Oh, go on. Yeah, just a quick thing about this fight. Really, you're supposed to do it so that way he's at that distance away from you. But if you get up close to him enough, you can get him with just one slap with his ball back. It's just hard to do.
I do find kind of... I find a bit of a shame that the final battle with Ganon, it doesn't... The orbs don't get as fast as this. Because in this fight, the orbs can get pretty fast, so it gets you on your toes. And it's a shame that in the fight with real Ganon, it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were saying about Marvel Gem Wars.
Yeah, it was War of the Gems, I think the name. Mm-hmm. Actually, I have that game on my emulator. Let me check it out. And it was like a platformer beat 'em up where you have Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America. Choose between them, and you do the levels, and you kill, and you do the levels, and then to get the gems. I don't even remember what's the story in that game, but it was a really fun game.
Oh, that actually reminds me of a really fucking weird thing in one of the Marvel games for the Genesis that they did. What they did was that it was one of the X-Men ones where there's a point in it where you have to destroy like a supercomputer, and you destroy the supercomputer, and then the level just continues. And what you're supposed to do is reset the console, and then it gets you to the next level. And I'm not exactly sure what the logic there was, or if it was like but it's very weird, but it's very interesting at the same time.
It was foreshadowing. They were prepping you for Psycho Mantis. Yeah, Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems.
Okay.
The game. Yeah. I gotta play that again someday. I gotta beat it someday. It's a really fun game. So yeah.
Do you find it a little bit weird that Saria here kind of looks a little stoned?
I never thought about that. I never thought in those terms.
Yeah, because she's always really wide-eyed, but here she's just sort of like half glazed look.
After the Super Nintendo, he got a PS1, and on that one I played Tekken 3 a lot.
Okay.
Like, I used to go to his house on Saturdays just to play Tekken 3. Pretty awesome. That was a time when we spent the entire night.
Okay, now here's another question. She said Saria will always be your friend. Did Saria just say that and she just spoke in the first person, or did Navi say that? Who said that? What level of stupid am I supposed to glean from this?
Yeah, that's... Yeah, actually, yeah, you got me kind of confused right there. Maybe it was one of those issues with translation.
Probably.
I don't know.
I do like
So,
this little Sprout has a little leaf coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like he's chewing on like a bit of wheat.
Yeah. I do know, like, sometimes in Japanese media, characters who are more childlike will do this thing where they speak their name in third person. So it's probably something like that they didn't translate properly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a pretty satisfying thing when I got to this point in the game. I actually revived the Deku tree. Pretty good.
Yeah. Although it is a little bit weird that the Great Deku Tree in the background is not gray anymore. But he will be once this cutscene finishes.
Now it's time to tell Link the truth that he's adopted.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of would have been obvious by the fact that all the other Kokiri are still kids, but...
I don't know. For as far as Link, no. Maybe while he was asleep, they just inject him with steroids.
You got that bone lengthening surgery done. I actually saw the Abba and Preach video that they did reacting to that, and... Man, breaking your leg in 6 different places and having basically like iron rods shoved in there, like, damn.
Yeah.
But what's really even more baffling is that in the rehab that the guy did, he met someone in there who's like, oh yeah, I got the leg lengthening surgery done too. Before I was like 6'2", but now I'm 6'7".
What?
Apparently 6'2" is not tall enough.
What this guy? What does he want? Seriously, because like being short sucks. Trust me. And so I can understand wanting to do that so that life gets easier. Not just in the dating aspect, but it's a constant annoying. Like you're at the gym. You have to reach a bit higher to get some of the equipment. You know.
Yeah.
It can be annoying. Like it can be a persistent annoyance. But you're 6'2". Like most of the unless you're trying to go to be a major league basketball player, most of the world is already okay with you.
Well, even if you are trying to make that goal of being a basketball player, I don't think you could if you got the that leg lengthening surgery done, because not only do you have to go through all that rehab. Oh, by the way, here's their prize that got delivered to us.
Yeah.
And
I hope it was worth it.
Oh, it is, because you got infinite milk. And that's not a joke. You play a bonus song to a cow, and they give you milk, and also tell you about how great it is that you played that song for them.
Here's the more interesting thing, cow. Why do you speak? Does Malon know that the cows speak?
Maybe it's because we're the chosen one that we can hear the spirit of the cow.
The chosen one, bearing the mark of schizophrenia.
Also, I can't, because of the way that the setup is done, I can't hear the audio, but Goke, did you hear if the cow sounded like a woman?
I think it sounded like a cow.
Okay. So that must be something that they did in Majora's Mask, because if you play a bonus song to the cows in Majora's Mask, then they do that noise and sound like a woman.
That's probably the point where they should find their developer responsible for it and fire him for inserting his fetishes in the game.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with ladies with massive amounts of milk.
Yes, ladies with massive amounts of milk. Quadrupeds, on the other hand, probably not a thing you should be getting intimate with. Oh, you're doing this.
Mhm.
You're doing the.
Yeah, I'm at least doing a bit of the quest, of the trading quest right now, just because I'm in the area, so to speak, so... It's just, the only thing about these trading quests is that they do put you on this timer, and whenever they do put you on the timer, you cannot teleport. You can take shortcuts, but you can't teleport. Because apparently teleporting takes somehow longer, or something. I don't know. It's very weird.
I think that if you did it, I don't know that if you teleport, it just invalidates the timer or something.
Maybe.
It's just like it's just to make sure you do the thing legit.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously the reason, but in-universe reason, it doesn't make sense. And also, I changed the daytime so that way we can use this shortcut. Since it's a store, it closes at night.
Those gamer strats. I'm gonna do what's called a Vsauce move.
Alright.
Hello, madame.
So I showed her, I talked to her, but no, you have to Z-target her, then show it to her. This is like a weird thing, too, is that there's a story here, but if you also look carefully, she doesn't actually move. The lights just go black, and then she's still there.
She's just performing some black magic.
Probably.
I love how absolutely uncaring she is, that she's making a medicine for a guy who's about to die, and just there's no medicine that can cure flu.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking weird shit about this fucking guy in the forest and this old woman. Like, what is the relationship between them? What is going on? Because she also mentioned that this medicine will not work on a monster.
Yeah, because that's a reference when he gets lost and becomes a Stalfos.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's established in the game. It's established like when you are a child that the guy is a bit of a dickhead. So.
Anyway, hopefully I can get a free run out of this.
Yeah, I think the point that she's making is that like the guy got had his hair so far drowned in nihilism that he went onto a forest to die, and there you are missing again.
Yep. So gotta go for the free run.
Oh boy.
At least I find that aiming with the fairy bow is a lot easier than with the slingshot.
Yeah. The perspective on the slingshot's kind of weird.
Yeah. And boop. So far so good. Let's see if I just jinxed it. Yep. Oopsies.
That one hurts.
Well, you only have to miss 2 to get a free run, so it's not too bad.
Only. It is an issue mainly with the controller because the joystick of the 64 is not as precise. Wow, you almost didn't get that one.
Yeah. I do have an N64 controller that does have like more of a GameCube joystick, and it's actually fantastic. I would recommend if you guys can get one to do so.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting one, getting some joysticks to do the modification. Because it is a thing. I also the annoying thing about the 64 controller is that the joystick just got busted pretty easily.
As a kid, I always read that as the Minute of Forest.
Oh, I just noticed we didn't watch the Battletoads video you showed me.
Oh, it's fine. It's I only wanted to show it to you because they turned the Battletoads into waifus.
That is a way of improving the game.
That's why I hate this guy so much. Fucking dick ass.
Dick ass, yes. I think that was a meme a few years ago.
Dick butt was the meme.
Yes. Mr. Dick Butt.
It was a good meme.
I think I missed that one.
I mean, it's no Pepe, but it'll do.
Look at him. Sorry, tuberculosis. Going hard today.
Yeah. Have you ever done one of the randomizers for any a game, or no?
No. Never bothered with that.
Okay. Personally, I'd recommend it just because it's actually surprisingly fun. I did a bunch of them for Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, but I haven't done it for quite some time.
Anybody comes into the forest and lost, everyone will become a stealth. Was everybody stealth? So he's not here anymore. He's dead. Loser.
Everybody will become a Stelphos. Only his saw is left. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back. Sure.
Reparations.
Also, that looks like a really dangerous...
Do you not see the fairy by my side, little twat?
Yeah. But no, this looks like a very dangerous saw to use. Like, why are there teeth on both sides? Like, in what situation do you need to, like, carve out, like, both sides of a log like that?
I guess it's a matter of, like, having just double the use, really. Like, suppose one side gets a little too blunt, you still have the other one.
Why not just get another saw?
Because it's the Middle Ages and those things were expensive, asshole. But no joke, like, you don't need to get another saw. You don't need to go waste money with another saw. You just use the other side.
Okay, but why is there also points on the bit of the saw that you're not going to use, like at the very top of it?
Yeah, because you're not going to use it. No, there's no. I think if you look at the footage, the teeth, like the dents, are on the sides.
Oh,
but not on the top. The top is blunt.
Okay, I might have misremembered it, even though I just saw it 2 seconds ago. Whatever. Anyway, King Zora is frozen solid, so now he'll never move.
I guess no yip yip this time.
Well, thankfully he moved out of the way beforehand, so
things here got quite a bit less tropical, it seems. The funny thing about this area is that the loading zone for Jabu Jabu's Valley is still in there at some point. Yeah. So
how would you? So how would you get to it?
There is a setup you can do to get into Jabu Jabu's Valley, like a very precise jump you do, and you hit the loading zone for Jabu Jabu's Valley, and you can do that as an adult.
Okay, interesting.
I do like occasionally. I do like getting the, because if you aim properly, you can actually get the, and you have the iron boots here. You can get the heart piece at the bottom of the lake without the Zora's tunic. It's very precise. Like the time is very tight, but it's possible.
Timing's a little tight, but you don't need to do it like as perfectly as you're suggesting. It's because I do it. Spoiler in the next video. So.
Well, but now the audience knows at least.
Yeah.
All 5 of you watching.
Feels
we
bad,
love you, by the way. We love you, by the way. Oh no, maybe this is the one that's gonna hit the tracks of the algorithm, and like suddenly you have 500 views next day.
Yeah. Actually, the weirdest thing that ever happened to me, and like I guess you could say my YouTube career so far. There was a back when I was streaming on YouTube. Just out of the blue, I just decided, you know what? It's been a while. I want to play some Plants vs. Zombies. And I was just playing it, and there was a few people that came in, started chatting, and we were talking and all that. And then, randomly, one of them said, oh, hey, by the way, you have 100 viewers right now. And I was like, what? So
nice.
I stopped what I was doing just to double-check OBS, just to see, like, well, not OBS, like, the actual channel, to see, like, if there were 100 viewers. And, yeah, there was 100 viewers, and, I was at 90 subscribers at the time, and it immediately jumped to, like, 100. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm also at 100 subscribers. Well, I guess I gotta do a 100 subscriber special. Because those were... I don't know what it was about Plants vs. Zombies, but that was a very weird one for me.
I did find it amusing that it immediately teleports you to the ground.
Yeah. Well, actually...
I think you fall during the cutscene, right?
Yeah, you fall during the cutscene, that's why. It's just that
amusing.
you're also invincible, so that way you don't get hit by the spinning blade.
Mm-hmm. Ironically, this is probably one of the most visually appealing levels in the game. At least I think. Ah, these bastards.
Yeah, it's annoying, especially since they don't lose their fucking ice flame like the fire ones do.
Yeah, these guys are probably like the biggest assholes. Like this, the bats are the biggest assholes in this game.
The frozen ones are, yeah. The regular keys are just more of an annoyance. Come on.
Come on, let
there
me
we
get
go.
my... He didn't do the 360 though.
Yeah, unfortunately, Link, there's no way to do that with Link.
Link's not a pro gamer.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Oh yeah, so the saw only has the 2 edges on it. Okay.
You're not gonna get it like 2 bottles at once.
No, I'm not going to do the bottle trick just yet because since I'm going to be doing a 100% run, I'm going to do it... fuck. I'm going to do it after I do all the necessary things with the... with all the items.
Man, you're running really tight close to those spikes.
Oh, it's fine. He's just... The little spiky thing is doing its own thing. It's having fun.
No, but what I was talking about is that I'm kind of annoyed that you have those... You have the 2 empty bottles in your inventory, and you only use one.
Well, yeah, because I gotta get my calcium for later, and I need a friend. So, come on.
You need a friend.
Yeah, that's what the bug is for. He's my friend.
Ah. Oh, you got a bug there?
Yeah, that's what's filling up my bottles. I have blue flame, a bug, and milk. Very important right now.
It looked empty in the inventory.
Now you said that the keys are like the biggest asshole enemies. I'm just sort of thinking, what is the bigger asshole in this game?
No, the biggest, meaning no one else is more than them.
Mm-hmm. No, but my statement was that they're not that bad. But now I'm just thinking like, what would I consider to be worse than the keys? Oh, I really hate the.
Don't ask. Don't bother. Bad joke.
Okay. I think the Dark Nuts from like the 2D Zeldas are I would consider to be the worst, like the biggest assholes, at least in the Zelda franchise. Just because you can only hit them from the side or the back. If you hit them in the front, you do nothing.
I mean, I don't think anyone would think we're talking beyond the Zelda franchise. Because if we're going for enemies in general, like most enemies in gaming, the list is ferociously large.
Yeah, no, I was saying just Zelda franchise, but I wasn't sure if you just meant Key's biggest asshole of this game kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking mainly of these games specifically, because this is the one where they are really insufferable. But yeah, the Dark Nuts are pretty obnoxious in the early games. Especially like I did only the first one. Have yet to beat the second.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good thing that they can be dealt with bombs.
Yeah, but even then, you put down a bomb and then it's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna walk in the exact opposite direction, so it does nothing, and it's so fucking annoying.
Yeah. The amusing thing is that there are ways to manipulate their movement. As always, there's always a way to manipulate something in those games.
Yeah, probably, but I'm not enough of a Zelda nerd to know or figure that one out. So.
Yeah. There was a video, an hour-long video from Bismuth. That I love, like they dive bomb into you right as you're stuck in a cutscene in the dialogue box.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is the video from Bismuth where he explains the or basically goes there's a full explanation of lag attacks. Again.
Nope, and again.
Lag attacks world record of the game, and he explains how, for example, at some points you can manipulate the movement of certain enemies. Because funny enough, there is a mirror version of Link in every screen of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very funny quirk of Zelda. Like I said, those games are full of really those oddities, and one of those, like in that game, you have there is this mirror version of Link that you that is always walking opposite to you, and you know what? I don't know if I've ever did that.
About the door of time blocks here.
Yes. I don't know if I've ever did that. Cause I think I always just use the block. But yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you want to get the rupees on top, you need to use it.
Yeah. So when you move through the game, that other version of Link that is invisible moves I think in the opposite direction, the opposite axis to you.
Okay.
And the Dark Nuts and other enemies in the game have a chance, like I think they have a 50-50 chance of walking either towards you or towards the invisible Link.
Oh, so that's how their movement is decided. Okay.
Yeah, so they do move, like when they are playing these games for speedrunning, they do move in a way that is, they manipulate the movement in a way that no, they move in a way that manipulates the movement of the enemies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard or seen the movie King of Kong: A Fistful of Quarters?
No, I heard about it though.
It's a very good documentary, but I remember at the very beginning, I guess you could say the protagonist, or the guy that they follow around.
Uh,
Um,
is that Billy Mitchell?
no, Billy Mitchell would be considered the antagonist. Like, he was a... Like, spoiler alert, he's an asshole, but he's always been an asshole.
Yeah.
um,
Is nowadays Billy Mitchell is more well known for how much of a fraud he is.
Yeah, but this was before he was basically found out to be a piece of shit fraud asshole who sues everyone who says that he is one. But basically, what had happened was that he, the guy that they were following. Oh yeah, and I just realized I needed more blue flames. But anyway. They found out that, or the guy found out that playing Donkey Kong, there's a way to manipulate the springs on level 3, based on what direction Jumpman is positioned. So he was able to get like certain timing and things like that done. And like you should have seen like basically the math that he was using to calculate all this. Because he would actually draw on the screen itself to basically sort of say, like, okay, so here's how the jump pattern works for this one, and then here's how it works for this one.
I'm using like apparently that guy is one of those guys that does everything. Like he's also a musician or something, and he has a job as some.
Who's this?
The guy who we were talking about in the was protagonist of King of Kong. Apparently, like he's one of those super talented guys that does everything.
Billy Mitchell, or are you talking about?
No,
okay,
definitely not Billy Mitchell. Like the other guy, the protagonist one.
Oh yeah, his main job was that he was a science teacher for grade 5, I believe.
Yeah.
And that was just his side hobby, was that he liked playing Donkey Kong for the arcade.
Like doing the competitive play, which is as a hobby, I am going to do something competitive. That is a way of doing it.
Yep. Also, boss for the dungeon, and there he goes. But I do like this room. It's very pretty.
Yeah, the aesthetic here is pretty awesome.
And then we get the drowning boots. Yay!
Item that should be a safe item.
I wonder what's technically cheaper, making cement or iron.
That came out of nowhere.
Hmm?
That came out of nowhere.
Well, the thought was cement boots for Mafia. If like it would technically be cheaper to fill up someone's boots with cement, or basically strap iron boots onto them.
Probably the iron one is probably more wasteful. I guess it's because cement is more like it's just an easier item to get. Because like, you're gonna sink someone.
It's a compound, so you need limestone and stone and something else for cement. Or no, it's concrete. That's that. Cement is its own thing. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, but it's just the problem. Like it's an item that you can just buy at a store. So
you can also just buy iron at the store.
Yeah, but for iron, it's probably I don't know, probably more time consuming to make the arrangement if you need to get someone to sink.
Yeah. The only reason I bring it up is because
listen,
I've been looking up a lot of information on like the costs of metals and stuff, and apparently like iron is super fucking cheap. Like if you were to basically they do it by a metric ton. For how much it's worth, and you can buy like a metric ton of iron for a few $100s or something like that.
Thought you were gonna say that you were looking at information on how the mafia kills people.
Oh, everyone knows how the mafia kills people. But they get all sorts of creative. But
They make it look like a suicide.
yeah, suicide with 6 bullets to the back of the head.
Yeah. Looks like natural causes.
I don't think we're gonna have time to talk about it in this video, but if you ever want to hear about really, really fucking stupid conspiracy theories and the type of lengths that people will go to try and deny that something happened, look up The Boys on the Track. Because there was a doctor who is such a fucking quack. It is amazing that they haven't revoked his license and shot him out of a cannon into like a fucking brick wall because of how useless he is. But of course they keep him around because he's a good scapegoat to, oh, we need a stupid diagnosis to throw the public off, so say something.
I'm kind of lost what you're. Because I thought about. I'm kind of lost on what you're trying to say because you started talking about stupid conspiracy theories that people make, and then you're talking about this doctor who seems to be a real quack. Like, I don't get it. Where were you going?
Okay, you know how a lot of conspiracy theories in the United States involve like government officials?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy who is a doctor is a government doctor where the government will assign him
by
and
the
be
way,
like...
before you go, disclaimer, FBI, for legal reasons, this is a joke.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
don't believe you are involved with any assassinations.
Yeah, but anyway, no, my thought was that basically it's he is the doctor that they get to look up crimes that you know need to be swept under the rug kind of thing. So
The guy who drowned at the beach with 5 bullets in his chest.
yeah, but anyway, we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Hopefully I'm with a better nose then.
Yep, hopefully. Bye bye.